What's up, guys? Welcome back to some more Edge of Eternities Standard, or should I say VV Cauldron Standard. Today we are going to be fighting the good fight. We're trying to find some decks that maybe can compete against the menace that is Izzet Cauldron. Deck has been putting up a ton of numbers as of late. I'm recording this on Monday, the weekend after the NRG Series event. NRG Series that took place, the top 8 was 7 Cauldron decks and 1 blue-white. There was the MTGEOE Showcase Challenge that I believe had 6 Cauldron decks in the top 8. So, and then we have Orlando Spotlight Series coming up this weekend. So who knows what's going to happen? Well, I mean, the people who are playing Cauldron are likely going to do well in that event. But we are not playing Cauldron today. We're trying to beat the best deck. Now, that's a question. The question you have to ask yourself is that an achievable goal? Maybe? Question mark? So the whole concept and the genesis and the idea behind this particular deck list that you see in front of you is nobody is playing Dark Confidant in Standard. And maybe rightfully so. It is possible that the metagame is at a place where a card like this is just not something you can really do. There's a lot of cheap kill spells that the blue-red deck plays. Torch the Tower, Abrade, and then they have Fire Magic in their sideboard. But basically, I wanted to just try and see if I could find the best shell for Dark Confidant. Hyper-aggressive deck, low curve, couple of top-end threats, good removal spells, and it just so happens that white and black kind of offer you the best of all of that, right? You have some of the best removal spells in the format. Seam Rip, fantastic. This is a 1-mana enchantment that can kill any non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less. And importantly, it is able to kill things like Agatha's Soul Cauldron and Prophecytic Memory, while also still being able to kill creatures like Fear of Missing Out and Marauding Mako. So this is one of the better removal spells that you can play against the Cauldron deck because it hits such a wide variety of things. And more importantly, the Cauldron deck, the way that it's constructed is they have 2 nut draws, right? They have the nut draw that is Marauding Mako into a 2-drop, whether it be Props or FOMO, into a 3-drop, whether it be Tersa or Steamcore Scholar. In those draws, you really need a cheap removal spell to be able to handle the Mako because it could be a 5/5 or a 6/6 on turn 3. Seam Rip does that. And then in the games where they have Cauldron plus VV, you need a removal spell that can also remove the Cauldron from the battlefield. Seam Rip also does that. So that's kind of the idea. Trajectory, this is not the best Tragic Trajectory deck. 1 mana, -2/-2 until end of turn. And then if you have Void, it's -10/-10 that you can trigger if a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn or if a spell was warped. Don't really have a lot of cheap ways to trigger it. I mean, technically Seam Rip can, but if your opponent trades with one of your small creatures in combat, then you can do this in the post-combat to get that Void online. But it is still a very mana-efficient removal spell, and mana efficiency is the key, I think, when you're trying to attack the VV deck, is you need a good combination of low curve, good removal, and aggressive threats, because you can't give them time. You need to be able to interact with them early and often. So that's kind of the idea. Now, we have a couple of Bitter Triumphs as our other removal spell, just because it's a good catch-all, and sometimes paying life pretty good with things like Cecil Dark Knight, because you want to get to 10 or less life to be able to flip Cecil as fast as possible. So the combination of Bitter Triumph and Dark Confidant giving you some life loss can sort of boost your Cecils up quite a bit to be able to flip it early. And the faster you flip it, the better it is, because the Cauldron deck can't abrade it once it's flipped. Now, obviously they can Flood Mod, they can return it to your hand, but it gives them less options to be able to kill it if you can transform it fast enough. Now, as far as the threats here are concerned, we have 12 1-drops, 4 Lightstall Inquisitor, 4 Veteran Survivor, and 4 Cecil. Now, the way that I have constructed this deck, it's very important to have all of your 1-drops have 2 power. So, Lightstall Inquisitor, 1 mana, 2/1 Vigilance. They exile a card, that spell costs 1 more. Land comes into play tapped if they exile a land. Veteran Survivor is pretty important because at the beginning of your second main phase, if it's tapped, you can exile a card from a graveyard. So if the Cauldron player plays FOMO on turn 2, discards VV, you can play this, use the frigate to station it, and then in the post-combat main phase, this will be tapped to be able to exile the VV. But the reason that all of our 1-drops kind of need to be 2 power is so that they curve nicely into this card, Lumen-Class Frigate. And this is sort of the payoff for playing a bunch of small, cheap creatures, where normally you look at a deck with a bunch of 1-mana 2/1s and you kind of don't really think that's impressive. But they all station the frigate for 2, and that's important because you want to be able to curve 1-drop into frigate and immediately put 2 counters on the station to get that boost. Because the faster you get the boost on frigate, that means now every creature you play after that is more power to get you faster, to get you closer to the 12 counters. 12 might seem like a lot, but it really does happen quite a bit in a deck like this. Voice of Victory, mobilize tokens, very powerful once you have a Glorious Anthem in play to pump up all of your creatures. So that's kind of the idea with the voice. Saboteur is weird because I didn't realize this at first, but like before I added the card to the deck. Saboteur putting counters on the creatures in the blue-red deck is kind of awkward because they play Cauldron. So maybe this isn't the card that you want to be playing in the 2-drop slot. But the nice thing about Saboteur is it's low mana cost and high power, which means it works very well at stationing Frigate. And then at the top of the curve, I don't know if this is necessarily correct. I will mention I've played a ton of different versions of this deck, and I've been changing cards in and out. This was the very first version that you're going to see early on in this video. Don't be surprised if the deck list changes over the course of the video. Ajani, it was okay when I first tried it to get counters on creatures, give something flying and double strike, which works pretty well with Saboteur. But I ended up cutting this for the Cosmogrand Zenith into the main deck, and that worked out a little bit better. So I wouldn't necessarily craft the Ajanis if you don't have them. Stay tuned for the entire video. You'll see the evolution of the different versions. But Zenith main deck, I think, is a lot better than Ajani. But I just wanted to show you where we started, because that's where the video is going to start. Mana base, nothing too crazy. I got room for 1 Soulstone. I don't think you can play more, because you do need a lot of pips for all your 1-drops. And then last but not least, the sideboard is where I really like the color combination of Orzhov, because you get to play Duress to take any of Cauldron's big pieces. More specifically, in the post-board games, very important to taking Fire Magic, because as you can probably guess, this deck is not great against Fire Magic. So you kind of want Duress for Fire Magic, and that's what I've learned along the way. Rest in Peace, stopping Cauldron, stopping Delirium from FOMO, and the Harmonize from Winternight Stories, very important. And Betrayal. Betrayal being able to exile their graveyard, so if they have a VV in there, and then make them sacrifice a creature. And then from there, the Zenith for more threats, the Sheltered for the red decks, Exorcise for mostly Pinnacle Star Cage, like out of blue-white control, and then a Requisition Raid, another way to just kill artifacts or enchantments. So that's the deck list. Again, I had some mixed results. I started off doing pretty well, but then I started losing more to Cauldron, losing more to Fire Magic. So I'm not entirely sure if this is the answer to VV, but I think the concept is pretty sound, and you'll have to decide for yourself. So with all of that, I will see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. How the fuck am I back down to 96%? Color and Frigate Sound Gas. Yeah, it's just like, it's hard to find room to get everything in there, you know? It's very, very hard to find space for all that. I did lose to a diamond, yeah. That probably didn't help. Lunar Convocation? I'm not a big fan of that card. Don't you dare Spell Pierce me. Rakshasa? I mean, Rakshasa just dies. Like, Rakshasa's really only good if you're pairing it with an Holy NX. But in just like a normal aggro deck, it's not that good. Because, like I said, it just dies. I'm not going to mess around. I'm just going to kill it. Do. I mean, I'm okay with that. A-okay with them casting stock up here. I'm noticing a problem that our deck might be a little soft to this little card called Fire Magic. Now, thankfully, they don't usually have Fire Magic main deck, but post-board, I don't really know what we're going to do about that. I have not thought about that. Nah, Tonberry's kind of shit because it comes into play tapped. So, I never liked that card that much. Forsaken Miner could be okay because we do have a decent number of ways to commit crimes. Like that might not be that bad. I'm not killing Bob. Okay. All right, well, just don't draw Fire Magic in the post-board games, and we'll be fine. Saboteur is a crime for Forsaken Miner, yeah. All right, what do we do against Prowess? Not Cauldron, notably, just Prowess. I think this might be a situation where Zenith is better than a Johnny, because Zenith helps us fight through the Fire Magics. Keeping all of the 1-mana removal spells is good. Probably an out Saboteur matchup. And we can board in... What? Didn't somebody say that Seal was scuffed earlier? Although I think you're just trying to scam me into spending 6,000 more gems for nothing. And I don't know if I'm going to fall for that. I'm seeing through your lies. I don't know if I want to go minus 6k again. Crookie's Rage Quit 18k down. Yeah, I see. I stopped at 12, you know. I got to 12 and I'm like, you know, that's enough for me. I'm good. 12,000 gems. I think I've lost enough for one day. I think I'll move on. Yeah, look at the game 1 win rate. 4 mana stock up. Yeah, like, if you think about it, right? The Arena Direct is already extremely high variance, right? You're spending 6,000 gems, and a lot of the time, you're not going to get your money back out of it. And you're basically taking that formula, and you're just making it more RNG by making it best of 1. So it's like... yeah, who actually wins in this situation? I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like... how does anybody come out of that ahead? WotC does win, yes. That is a good point. The real winner is WotC. I don't disagree with that statement. I'd be down for a standard metagame challenge. Well, this is awkward. Go? Maybe I have to do this and just hope to draw a spell next turn. I don't want that thing getting bigger. Oh. Well, that's bad. I mean, they're probably not going to kill me next turn, right? They didn't kill me. All right, one down. Like, just losing as many matches as possible in Mythic? I have not tried that now. Metabula, thank you for the 26-month resub. Welcome back. Appreciate the Prime. Thank you. For supporting the stream. Where were you last turn? No kill spell, huh? The hell's their hand? Sus. Makes sense. Oh, do they have Spell Pierce? That would make a lot of sense. Yeah. Alright, whatever. See, I asked that question, and then I still played into it. Oh, well. That would have got me either way. Well, they didn't have that last turn. Dark Confidant. Appreciate you letting me use my mana post-combat. Because I would have burned a mana this turn if I didn't do that. Shout out to the Oppo. That was their play? That's the best they could come up with that turn? There had to have been something better, right? Like, surely? 6, they go to 12. Yeah, this is good. Ow! I am at 11. My brother in Christ, what is happening? Huh? This is the Information Restless Reef? Oh, they wanted to see if I had a 7-drop in my deck. I see. Okay, that makes more sense. Oh, wait, did I just miss lethal? Oh, shit. I may or may not have just missed lethal. Yeah, okay, they scooped anyways, but... What a great game we're playing, huh? What a great game we play. Interesting. I don't really know what just happened there. There was some interesting things going on. What was the miss? Just animate the Soulstone. How was the miss lethal? I had a Soulstone in play. 5, 8, 11, 15. I didn't have lethal by doing it this way, though. I still only have 11 here. I mean, I clearly took the right line, right? If they conceded anyways. Any of this good against Dimir? I mean, no. But, let's just run it. Let's see what happens. All right, Ajani, you're gonna have to put in a lot of work, buddy. Let's see how you do. You know, personally, I believe in the Ajani. I think Ajani gets there. Dude, Beastbinder is so rude. This card is hella rude. Although, funny enough, Ajani is pretty good against Beastbinder. Apathy, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate the subs today, guys. Thank you very much for supporting the stream as always. Love you all. Thank you. 1/1 flyer secured. Well, if they turn off Planeswalkers, then Yeah, I guess you're right. Hmm. Can also turn off Bob. I mean, see if they have a counterspell. Be nice if they didn't.
The bonds I build are unbreakable.
Right? Like if I put a counter on Survivor and attack, they can just go Drowner, untap, Drowner tap the Cecil, untap, attack with everything. Yeah. I think I just counter and pass. And just like sit on the Ajani for a while. Well, what I'm saying is that if they Beastbinder the Ajani and I have a Cecil untapped, they at least... Oh, right, because I can't block the Beastbinder. Never mind. You're right. I forget that I can't... Yeah. So I should just attack then. I forget that I can't block this stupid fucker. Beastbinder is so rude. Just let me play with my cards. We need to find a kill spell for that thing. Stat. Yeah, Cosmo does look a lot better than a Johnny. Cosmo would have cooked this game.
I've trained for Situate just in time to save the day.
Yeah, alright, let's just go to the next one. Let's do Cosmo over a Johnny. No. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or greater. So if it's power 2, it can't block it. So Cecil can't block it. Alright, I will say that after one singular game, I am no longer a believer in a Johnny. Can we get an 07 in the chat for a Johnny, please? No longer a believer. Just a bad match. Are you sure? Are you lying to me? This hand's fucking awful. So I guess that means I'll keep. Here's Johnny. Oh. Well, I guess the hand was good, huh? This hand's good. Well, I mean, we still won the match with a Johnny in our 75, you know? So I would still count that as a win for a Johnny, personally. I don't know. I don't know how you look at that, but I think that's a Johnny win right there. I mean, what matchup is a Johnny good in post-board, right? Like, it feels like a Johnny is a card that you either main deck or you don't play at all. Like, I don't really know when you would want to board in a Johnny. It's fucked up. An issue that I see that maybe could bear out in this game is we do not play a single instant speed removal spell for Kona. So that might be a little tough. I mean, they just won't have the Kona, right? Lightstall Inquisitor, also not great against these lands. Just throwing that out there. Not the best against those lands. I've triggered this thing twice, and both times they've exiled a land that already came into play tapped. Not getting a lot of mileage out of these guys. I mean, they probably don't have Kona in hand, right? I don't think they have Kona in hand. I think we'll be all right. Inquisitor is pretty bad. Unfortunately, I disagree. That is I think that's the first time in history that I've ever disagreed with Pedro. Usually I can appreciate Pedro's remarks, but I don't know if I can agree with that. Inquisitor's nice. That can't be good for me. Turns out it was not good for me. I did say that it wasn't going to be good for me. Oh, they didn't have Kona. This seems like an unwinnable matchup. Those are my thoughts. I don't really have any analysis past that. Besides, matchup is unwinnable. Yeah, maybe the Betrayal should be Get Lost. Because, like, we just don't have a single instant speed way to kill Kona. We have 2 Bitter Triumphs, and that's it. Right? And there's so many people trying to fucking play Kona these days. Maybe I Duress them? I don't think they have that many spells. Let's just try it like this. This hand's slow, but maybe good enough. Personally, I don't. Like, I'm not really interested in playing Kona when the best deck has Torch and Floodmaw. You know, I can't imagine that is something that you're supposed to do. But I mean, people keep winning with them, so maybe there's something, I don't know. I will say, I've played a lot of these Kona decks, and I have not been impressed. I have definitely not been impressed. Dude, so many dewdrops. Frigate, I guess? So many twos. I mean, I have 19 1-mana spells. I just didn't draw one this game. Kona hard loses to VV, but beats everyone trying to beat VV. I mean, you could probably say that about half of the format, right? Or maybe even most of the format. Like, there's so many decks that just auto lose to VV, but beat everybody else, right? That's like that's kind of what's happening in the format, is everybody's just like trying to find the deck that is maybe like the least embarrassing into everything else, you know what I mean? I will say, Frigate with Saboteur, that's kind of nice. Like, this interaction is kind of sick. I do like that. Just having like a like a huge power guy that can crew the Frigate. Yeah. If there's one thing Saboteur is good at, it's having a lot of power. All right, fire magic check. I'll make you use it now. I know they have it, but we can make them use it now and then move on with our life. Oh, they have surprise. I guess they could also have surprise, yeah. Yeah. I kind of assumed it was fire magic, but... You know... I don't love that. Whoa, they're not killing Sunset? That's kind of psychotic, right? They have 2 in hand? I mean, I guess I just play more shit, right? Just play 2 more 1-drops? Because I have to go wide here. I mean, maybe they just have 2 really good cards in hand, and they just didn't want to, like... They didn't want to discard either of them to the Saboteur. Well, I feel like if they had fire magic, they would have played it there instead of the surprise, right? Okay, now I'm confused. Oh. Okay, no, because if it was land 7 and the 6/6, they would have just put the 6/6 into play, so it's not that. I don't know what it is. I'm confused. I doubt it was that. I mean, I'm already confused why they didn't pitch the Cavern to kill a Sunset, but... Dinosaur! Okay. They are still dead on board, right? No, they're definitely dead. I think they were dead anyways, but... Is this the stream of famous speedwalking champion Doomwake? Why am I a famous speedwalker? Where'd you get that from? Stairmaster? I've tried to use the Stairmaster, dude. That shit kills me every single time. I'm like half dead. I'm a bike kind of guy. The correct answer is rollerblading, is it? Treadmill with an 8 incline? Yeah. Isn't the point to be half dead after? Yes and no, I guess. I mean, look, I can do the Stairmaster for a certain period of time, but it's not very long. It's definitely not very long. Okay, what's the best way to sequence this? It's just voice this turn and then frigate Lightstall next turn. Because then the frigate pumps the voice tokens. Yeah, it has to be that. I think that's the best way to maximize damage. Tilt! I mean, look, man, if if they have 4th land Kona in hand, I guess I lose anyways, but... I guess the Lightstall makes it harder for them to have 4th land Kona and payoff. So I guess there's that, but... Your turn! Kinda just want to draw land next turn. So I can go voice frigate. Have I seen a Kona? I mean, they're playing Cavron. Like, why would you play this card unless you had Kona? There's no reason to play this card. Right? I can't possibly imagine a world they wouldn't play Kona. With the tap land. This stinks. Oh. Well, I mean, I didn't think we'd get this far. Okay, I'll take that. That I'm okay with. They can abrade the ship this turn. Yep. Again, also kind of okay with that. Dude, well, I'm not okay with that. Have you considered me not being okay with that? Alright, here's some ships. I should attack first. Not feeling great about this game. Them having the other kill spell for the second voice was brutal. I think if they didn't kill the second voice, we would have been fine. But that extra removal spell last turn was kind of tough. What's our best draw here? Sunset, maybe? Rip. So what, you want to do Cosmo over a Johnny? Is that what we were thinking? So maybe we should just do, like, move all 3 Zeniths to the main. And then, like, 3rd Bitter Triumph. You can even put the 4th one in the board, maybe. Or we can actually just play 2 Get Lost in the board. Uno, dos. Is there another good 1-mana creature? I guess we could try, like, just try the Forsaken Miners, even without the skeleton stuff. Just Forsaken Miners as a beater. Like, maybe cut the 4th Frigate? Because drawing 2 of these does get kind of awkward. Like, the second one is kind of bad, right? And we could do... I guess we could do color. Well, I mean, if I'm going to play color, then I'm kind of more incentivized to play the Tragics. You know? What I like about the Forsaken Miner is that we have a lot of ways to commit crimes. Like, specifically Saboteur getting back Miner is kind of cool. Yeah, maybe a Cecil could go. Could do like 3 Cecil, 3 Forsaken. Something like this, maybe. Like I said, we could try the timeline colors, but if I'm gonna play color, then I also, like, it seems like color and Tragic is a package deal, where the whole point of playing color is to turn on Tragic in the first place, you know? But, you know, it feels like it doesn't make sense to play one without the other. Can do like 4th Zenith on the board. Let's try that. See how that goes. Because I do like the Halia plus Shepherd package is pretty nice. I do like those 2 cards together. Like that is kind of a sick package. So that could be something worth exploring. Yeah, you can Shepherd for a Pixie. Fellow Hemosymbic Might enjoyer. I respect it. See, they know. They know about the Might. I've been telling you about the Might. I mean, we did start 4-0 with this deck, so it's good. Holy. I just want to trade for this thing. Please let me block. Please let me block. No attack. Well, that's rude. Shit. Alright, play this. I don't really want to attack either, though, because I still want to block. It's kind of a weird, like, standoff here. They have 2 in hand. Now I think we're going to get a little aggressive. Six yet. Voice Frigate is so good. 5, 6, 7. We have 11 next turn. Okay. The Saboteur can commit crimes, too, for what it's worth. If we needed to. At 8. So I guess it's just hit with voice and hope that we are allowed to block. Go. Go. Yeah. Yeah, if I attack with Sap, I'm dead on board, so I can't do that. I mean, they probably have nothing, right? Good chance they have nothing. It's not nothing. Tivo's Limit Break. I gotta read that card. You got a reader? Target creature gets +2/+2. Double target creature's power and toughness. Okay. So 3 mana, +2/+2 double. Card's kind of cool. I don't hate that. Yeah, Limit Break jump scare. Alright. Removal spell. Removal spell. Try that, maybe? I could Betrayal. Betrayal's kind of awkward against Spyglass, though, is the issue. I just kind of assumed that you got both. That card can't be good. I mean, I'm not trying to go to 5. I'm definitely not trying to go to 5. I should put back a 2 there, actually. Put back this. I'll just draw land, though. Trust. See? You just never believe, chat. Yeah, it's also the Cecil land. Could have went -1 that turn. Okay, I was gonna say, I really wanted to try to flip the thing this turn. At 10? I think I just pass here, right? I mean, if they have a Flood Mom, kind of cooked no matter what, but that's fine. Well, I would imagine this combat step is going to work out pretty well for us. Could flip a 6. Did not flip a 6. Did not, in fact, flip a 6. Fuck it, I'll play this. Whatever. Deals more damage. I was thinking about playing Voice there, but maybe Voice is better into Floodmaw, because they have to, like, use the Floodmaw on their turn. Yeah, it's just like black-white good cards, you know? I think the concept is there, you know? The concept is strong. It's just like all the most aggressive white and black cards, the best 1 and 2 drops, and then a bunch of frigates. Like, it's a pretty simple deck concept, but I've liked it. I think it's good. I wouldn't necessarily call their deck a mid-range deck. They're definitely more aggressive. I mean, they have Giant Growth, you know? I wouldn't really associate Giant Growth with a mid-range deck, you know what I mean? Land, Giant Growth, Limit Break. Does that even kill me? Isn't that only 10? Giant Growth, Limit Break is 10, right? I guess Pump Spell, and Limit Break? But they only have 2 cards if they play their 5th land, right? So they can't even do that. Oh my god, now it would be Exorcise? There's no way. No, come on, man. Okay, good. As soon as they hit a spell off of that, I was like, oh, fuck. Chill. It's good mana base. Well, I got some 2/1s. I hope that's good enough. Hey, at least the 2/1s trade for their 3/2s. Is there any crime payoffs? I mean, the only one really is Forsaken Miner. I'm trying to think of what the other crime payoffs are. The only other good one is in green. It's Free Strider. But I mean, like, Forsaken Miner is a good one, because you can also discard that to Bitter Triumph. You know? Okay. Seems like they're maybe also having mana problems. I like that. Old. I don't want to play 4-drops. What if we play Saboteur with Marchesa? I don't remember what Marchesa does, but I assume that it's not very good. Seam rip. Trying to get them to cast a counterspell here. Then I could eat it with the Survivor. I'm a survivor. Yeah. Yeah. Hello. Or is it each opponent? It's target, right? Each. Okay, so that one's not as good, but I think it's fine. You have plenty of ways to commit crimes. And, like, just discarding it to Bitter Triumph is kind of nice, you know? Flip Cecil killing the last ride. Yeah, I guess that would be kind of awkward, right? Maybe I should have played 2 1-drops there. Because it's, like, so obvious they have Torch. Oh. True. Should play Lightstall first, but... Consult. So this is Prowess, it appears. Yeah, Prowess and not Cauldron. I mean, they play like 1 or 2 of these, but they're not playing 4. With this many 1s, is Case not worth considering? Could be okay. I wouldn't hate it. Yeah, I changed my statement, okay? I misspoke. I mean, game 1 seems impossible for them, because they just don't have, they're not playing with, what's it called? They're not playing Fire Magic main deck. The post board, is there a good answer to Fire Magic? Like, is there a white card that gives all your stuff indestructible? Isn't there one that's like from Bloomberg, right? Like Dawn's Truce? Could do that maybe. That could be an okay one. They're just dead, right? Get this Vivi out of here. Am I missing something? I don't think I am. Because I do kind of wish there was a better way to, like, address the fire magic situation. I mean, you can board in Duress, but that's, like, the only thing you have. Yeah, double frigate, maybe. It's kind of hard to get, like, especially if we cut one, you know. It's a little harder to get to the second one. Is this a Cosmo matchup? I mean, I guess Cosmo does play through fire magic pretty well. Kind of. It's probably not a Forsaken Miner matchup. And then I guess we can trim the Saboteurs to be a little bit better against fire magic. And just do, like, 2 Betrayals, maybe? Try that. Do you want the Disenchants against them? Maybe you do. Like, is Exorcise good against Prowess? I don't know. Feels like it's not. I don't think Rest in Peace is good. Because again, they're only playing like 1 or 2 Cauldrons. Could do like 1 Exorcise, maybe. Let's try that. Because it also makes your removal spells for VV a little bit better. Like if you actually kill the VV and exile it, you know? But I don't think it's a rip matchup. Yeah, you want to be able to kill the Storm Chaser in the Planisphere, yeah. And sometimes they have a Cauldron, too. Like, you want to be able to kill that when that comes up. Voice is kind of nice against them. Like, this curve is really good against fire magic. X3 into X3. Like, this hand is not going to get punked by fire magic. Okay. I could beat that. Maybe. Just missed the damage. I'll take the +1. Oh, you know what? Maybe they did it on purpose so I couldn't flip Cecil. But I can also just take a damage off town. Alright, you're not going to like this, but I think we have to just jam Zenith here. Especially given the fact that we have 2 of them. Like, what's my other line? Kill one of their creatures? I think I'd rather just take the coin flip on trying to draw land 4 to double spell next turn. So let's do that. Alright, your turn! What do I think of Treacherous Greed? Isn't that card not legal? Isn't that like 3 mana, draw 3 or something? Is that the card that I'm thinking of? Oh no, I'm thinking of Treacherous Blessing. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, okay. So 1 white black instant, sack a creature that dealt damage this turn. Too narrow. Yeah, that card sucks. Yeah, I was thinking of Treacherous Blessing. A classic Doom Foretold staple. That card was sick, though. I mean, I'm okay with this as long as they can't kill Zenith. Okay. Not sure why we did that post-combat, but... I mean, that works too. I mean, good news, they only have 1 card in hand. I mean, against 1 card, I'm surely just doing this, right? There's no way the play is anything else. I could be at 10 right now, I'm just saying. I could be at 10. God, land would be so good here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so first one... Yeah, we're gonna do it this way. Okay. Dude, Cosmo is such a fucked up card, man. Cosmo is so broken. I just want to put Cosmo into every single deck. The card is so sick.